All right, so we are here to review the new Nintendo Switch 2. We picked it up at the midnight release last night. My brother's first midnight release for a video game, or really anything. So that was kind of fun, a fun experience.
I liked it.
And we just kind of want to let people know what we think about the console, what we think about the games up front, whether you should buy it or not, if it's for you. But we'll start with something just because it's out in the open and it's kind of neat. Austin, what do you think about the kickstand?
So I like this kickstand a lot more, specifically because if you remember with the Switch 1, they really improved. Instead of having the one and then like a full closed, I like that it's open now, so that if you're like have it on and you put your hands here, you don't like, I don't know how to say it, but you sometimes get caught in it. Like it feels weird, but like with this, you feel like you have more of a grip if you pick it up with the stand. And also, it's just longer. And it's metal, so it's way more durable than the other ones.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one. Obviously, one of the big points of the Nintendo Switch is the Joy-Cons. A lot of people talk about the Joy-Cons. These ones are pretty cool. I like how now they fit the matte finish of the console. That's pretty neat. And then if you're taking them off, the taking off is both more complicated and less complicated than the last ones. You don't hold a button and slide it out, slide it in, click. It's this button right here. You just push it, and then you pull out. Pretty neat overall.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the new Joy-Cons. One of the cool things with the new Joy-Cons is that they have the bumpers again, or whatever you want to call them. They let you use the buttons. It's pretty neat overall. But same thing, you just
Little clippies.
makes it super easy. I'm a big fan of the little clippies.
It also helps with the new thing for the Joy-Cons, the mouse. So just for these with using the mouse thing, it just feels better.
Yeah, the mouse is a really neat addition. I didn't think I would care for it.
Yeah.
It's got me definitely wanting to buy Civ 7 on the Switch. Now, as far as controller excuse me. As far as controller options go, you've got the standard Joy-Cons. They can be played just like the Switch ones did. Out of the box, you have the little standard grippy, which is, it's neat. It's basic. It's not going to do much for you. I like the charging grip. It charges them, obviously, in the name. It feels a little bit better than the out-of-the-box one, and it does come with the additional buttons on here because it's connected electronically. And I think that is very neat. But I think the superstar right now, as far as controllers go, and I don't know if you would agree with me, Austin, is the Pro Controller.
The Pro Controller's great.
Why don't you show them the Pro Controller?
So this is the Pro Controller. It's leagues above the other ones. It is leagues above the other ones. I had a friend who had major controller drift on the other ones, and it just feels way better when you move the controllers. There's no like clicky sound anymore. Like, doesn't make click sounds, and it just feels slick. Super slick, honestly. I love it.
I will say, I am someone who used the first party Nintendo Pro Controller pretty much the entire lifespan of my Switch into my Switch OLED, and I love the new Pro Controller. It's probably the best controller that they've made since the Wii generation. I'm not going to say it's better than the GameCube controller because I really don't want any Nintendo fans coming for my throat.
That's weird.
But honestly, it's probably the best controller that Nintendo has made.
Yes.
First party was.
I agree.
Yeah, there's some second party ones and third party ones that are neat, and I like them a lot.
Yeah.
But as far as first party goes, that one's the key. Now, one of the cool features of the Switch has been the video chat.
Yes.
We haven't had a lot of time to test it out, but I will say the two cameras are pretty interesting. The first one, my little brother has.
And you can, if you don't want it, like, I don't know, some people have the fear of it staring at you or recording. You can just flip that, and it has a little white thing on it, so it can't record you. Boom, boom.
It plugs right into the top of the Switch. You just go here, and it plugs in, and then boom, it's wired up. You're good to go.
Pretty cool.
And now I will show you the one that I have. It's the Piranha Plant one.
Which is so cool. It looked so janky when they showed it first, but now that I got to see it in person, it looks so clean.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Let's take a look at it.
So this is the Piranha Plant camera. It's pretty neat. Just like the other one, it does open and close, but it open and closes, like the Piranha Plant. It can be mounted on the TV. You can actually take the mount and flatten it so it can be sitting down. It also plugs right into the Switch. And one of the cool things is that you can actually pull it out and mount it onto the Switch as well, which is a neat feature for it. But yeah, I like it. I think it's fun.
But yeah, that's the Piranha Plant controller, or I'm sorry, camera. I'm a big fan of the way it looks. I'm a goofball for Nintendo aesthetics. I want the Alarmo clock, to be completely honest. I think that's neat as heck.
Yeah.
It's a $100 alarm clock, so I'm never gonna buy it. But it's pretty
cool.
neat. You get lots of different transport options for the Switch too. I have just the basic case because I have a backpack that I carry my Steam Deck and my now Switch 2 around in. So I wanted something small and compact. Has a little place for games, which is neat. A little place for like the backs of the Joy-Cons, which is also neat. And then my brother has the big Chungus case. So I'm going to show that off.
It's pretty cool. So on the top, we got, is it zipped? It was zipped. My bad. So on the top, we have something to carry the Switch case. It's got the little zippy thing, so you can hold more of your games. But where the games are, it has a silky feel to it, it's honestly really nice. It feels really nice.
Well, let's show how it goes into the case and how well it fits, because that's one of the things that's kind of important. If your thing's going to be bouncing around, it's not great. So you have two little elastic straps
that
hold it in there, which is very nice. There's a layer of foam in there to protect it from being laid down on it and messing with the back buttons, which I really do like.
Yep.
And so then it closes pretty nice.
It zips very easily.
And now it's secure, so if you want to get stuff in the bottom, it's even easier.
Which is also zipped.
And it's got a lot of space in there. Now, this is the GameStop first-party one. There is a bigger one, not quite as big, that you can get from Nintendo itself. But if you're going to go for one, I do think the GameStop is a better deal.
Ton of room.
But if you want the first-party one, this is a good one.
I think what I could fit in here so far was you could definitely fit your dock, but I didn't have my dock on me. You could fit, from what I fit, a game, controller, all the wires, the charging point, and a controller and a charger for the controller. So it can fit a lot if you make the room.
When I was packing it up originally, I was able to get the dock in there, the Pro controller, 2 additional Joy-Cons, and the charging grip. So I thought that was pretty neat. Obviously, it takes a little Tetris work, but if you're buying a Nintendo product, you're familiar with Tetris, so it should be fine.
Yeah. It also has a really cool outside.
We played a number of the games so far. By no means have we played all of them yet because we didn't buy all of them.
Yep.
But first impressions, the games are really smooth. They're really fun. The graphics are great.
Yeah.
Honestly, people quibbling about the graphic difference between the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, the Switch isn't on par with the PS5.
Yeah.
But I don't think it matters a whole lot.
It doesn't need to be.
I was playing Hitman, and I was surprised at how good it looks. Now, again, obviously, it's not going to look like it does on the PS5, and that's where I predominantly play Hitman, but I am a huge fan of the Hitman franchise, so when I saw it was a day one physical copy, I had to buy it. I love that game. I think it looks great. Now, what did you feel about with Mario Kart World?
Okay, Mario Kart World is... So, my first Mario Kart game was Mario Kart for the Wii, and I went from there, and I think...
It was not your first Mario Kart game.
It wasn't?
No. First off, we played the original Nintendo 64 Mario Kart in New York visiting Grandpa all the time. And you and I played the absolute heck. I had to keep my... Can't get the monotone.
Yeah.
We played the absolute heck out of Double Dash on the GameCube.
Okay, it was my
because
first...
you always played Baby Mario and Baby Luigi.
Okay, so I will... Okay, it's my... From the most... Okay, it's just the newest Mario Kart installment that I've played. There we go. But it is, in my opinion, from what I played, the best aesthetically pleasing... It's the most aesthetically pleasing Mario Kart game in the entire franchise. All the characters look like their old N64 selves, but with a new coat of paint. I think they do.
There's definitely an N64 aesthetic there.
Yeah.
At least so far. Now, there's obviously going to be more costumes and things that we haven't unlocked yet.
Yes.
You know, the game's been out for less than 24 hours, so we don't have all the things. But I love the way Bowser looks. I think that he looks very similar to his N64 era, and just the goofy way he kind of bounces around, which is nice. The tracks are freaking cool.
Knockout Tour is great. It's so seamless.
I will say, I'm sure there are going to be people who are put out by the Knockout Tour concept of going here and there. there is still track by track gameplay.
Yep.
You don't have to do the knockout tour where you just travel to every single one of them. There are game modes, and Battle is back, and Battle has a lot of the good maps, including the Donut of Doom. So I'm very happy that the Donut of Doom is back. You know, let's keep that one. I actually didn't check to see if Block Fort was back. I hope it is. That was my favorite from N64.
It's the best one.
I like it a lot. And we got some other games coming out that we're going to try out. You know, we'll probably do a review of Mario Party Jamboree, the update that they're doing. I'm definitely going to review Kirby because I love Forgotten Lands. It's my favorite Kirby game, and so DLC, hey, it's going to be great. We played the new tech demo, the $10 tech demo. Now, I'm going to be fair. I was probably the most negative on this. I actually bought it to hate on it because I won't hate on anything I haven't played or anything that I haven't invested time into because it's not fair. If I didn't experience it, I shouldn't really be hating on it.
Yeah.
So I got it knowing full well I was going to hate on it, and dang, I was wrong. It's fun.
It's super fun.
For $10, it's actually a good purchase. Now, yes, the argument could be made that it should have been included for free.
Yeah.
With Astro's Playroom, you know, being free, and back with Wii Sports being free, I can understand that. As a matter of fact, the DS came with Metroid Prime Hunters for free when it first dropped. You know, the original Switch didn't really have anything like that, but you know, I agree it should have been free as a consumer-friendly perspective, but what you get out of it for $10 is actually a steal. It's definitely a value at $10 as far as gameplay goes. I like it a lot. We also played some older games, and the one I wanted to point out, because I can't tell you exactly why it's so much better, but we played the House of the Dead remake. And I actually played it for about 20 minutes when I first got it, and never played it again. It was so janky, it was just not fun for me. But maybe it's the gyroscopes and the controllers, maybe it's the less latency, better graphics, I don't know, better responsiveness, I don't know. It was fun.
Yeah.
Austin and I were playing it, and it was a lot of fun.
I thought the controllers were going to respond really bad with the what is it, gyro? Like
The gyroscopes, yeah.
The gyroscopes, it responded perfectly. It was so good.
And one of the other cool things, too, just to keep in mind, is that all of your old controllers will sync up with the Switch 2, which is great news if you got the wireless GameCube controllers from back in the day like I do. So that's good news. Aside from that, though, overall, the level of fun I've gotten out of my Switch 2 just on the first day is pretty stellar.
Yeah.
When the PS5 came out, I didn't feel this way. Until I played Returnal, there was nothing on the PS5 that felt new or felt like, hey, this is actually a next-gen game. And even Returnal didn't quite feel that way. I loved the game. So it sucked me in and made me feel butterflies.
Yeah.
And on the Xbox Series X, it was Tetris Effects Connected, which had already been out.
Yeah.
Before that, it just felt amazing on that console. So this one came out of the gate swinging. It had a brand new first-party title that was awesome.
A remake of a already amazing title, Bravely Default. Got a remake.
We've got Hitman that came out, Cyberpunk, which I don't have it, but I did watch my buddy play a little bit of it, and it's crispy. I'm a big fan. So, you know, as far as, you know, if you should buy it, I know that the $450 price tag has made a lot of people get the humbles and grumbles. And I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the old fogey yelling at the cloud and everything. But, you know, I grew up when Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was an $80 video game. Before inflation. I don't mean for inflation. I mean, it was an $80 video game. I was looking at an old X-Men comic book, and it had the ad, the Toys R Us ad for it. Put $10 down and get $5 off. Oh, cool. It's $75. Woo. Factoring in for inflation from the early 90s, that's an expensive game today.
Yeah.
And I was very aware during the era of the PS3, which, yes, the PS3's price point was a huge misstep, but, I mean, it was $600, $600. Yeah. And factoring for inflation, it's even more. So $450 in the age of inflation and $500 for when you can get Mario Kart World with it. It's not as bad a price point as it seems. I know that people are angry and people can look at me and they'll be, oh, he's a Nintendo shill. Listen, if I was a Nintendo shill, I would have a lot more Nintendo swag and not quite so much anime weeb swag.
Yep.
I'd have a lot of Nintendo swag. My favorite console right now is my Steam Deck, but that's because there's a lot of emulation on them. If you took my Steam Deck out because it's basically a PC and not exactly a console, fairness, right now I'm loving the Switch 2, and I think
Same.
it's probably my number one. I love my PS5. I own a Series X. I'm not sure if I can say that I love it, but I definitely own it. But the Switch 2 is great. If you like Nintendo first-party titles, it's an absolute must. It upscales a lot of the games. It makes them feel a lot better. It's a lot more responsive. Load times are shorter. It's great. And I think that if you pick it up, especially with the, the GameCube catalog now being on there, if you have the Switch 2 and the subscription, which, again, people upset about the subscription. When you ever consider what all you get with that subscription, all the free games, it really is a deal.
Yeah. GameCube, SNES, NES.
Online play should be free.
Yes.
You should
I
be
do
paying
agree
for
with
the
that.
games. But it's not free on any console right now, really. That you pay for it in one way or the other.
Yeah.
So, not counting PC again. But yeah, so I mean, as far as that goes, I think it's a great buy. I don't think that you would find yourself with buyer's remorse with it. And hey, if you get one right now, which there's a bunch in Newark. If you're in Central Ohio, come to Newark. They've got it at both Walmarts and Target as of this video.
There was like 10.
It was wild.
It was crazy.
But yeah, I think you like. What do you think?
I love the console. I do think it is my favorite console. It beat the PS5 for me just because I stopped playing my Switch 1 because the games I wanted to play felt janky. Like, Final Fantasy X felt weird on the Switch, but I tried it. I downloaded it last night when I got home from the midnight release, and I tried it. It feels a lot better. I don't know if that's just me, like, having, like, oh, this is a new console. It's going to feel better.
It could be placebo effect.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. But it does feel better.
Yeah, it does feel a lot better. It could even be the controllers. Just the controllers feel better to play with. But
I mean, I played Final Fantasy VII, the original one, because I wanted to just kind of take a look and see how I felt on it.
Yeah.
It also felt better to me, too. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And we could be under the placebo effect. We could be under the new hotness.
yeah,
Not necessarily rose-colored glasses, but we could be being hit by we think it's better. But you know what? It's fun.
it's fun. I love the Switch too. Mario Kart World is amazing. It's so good. I don't even know how to sum it up. It feels like a brand new Mario Kart. Like,
It is a brand new Mario Kart.
I know, but like it feels like they didn't just like they completely changed the drift system, or didn't completely change it. The drift feels different. Everything feels different about it compared to 8, or that's supposed to be that. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to sum it up. It just
It's fun.
feels good.
Bottom
It's fun.
line, the games are fun. There's a good lineup of games
Yeah.
for it. And even if you don't like the current lineup, it does really great with previous Switch games. There's a number of first-party games that actively have updates on there. There's a list on there too. And then there's a bunch of games that now they run better because the processing is faster and it's smoother. So, recommendation for me. What about you?
10 out of 10 would recommend. Also, Kirby Air Ride 2 is coming, so would recommend again because that game exists now. So
And Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid
So,
Prime
yeah.
4. Yep.
Good stuff now. Good stuff to come. Definitely buy a Switch.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.